Hey guys, Brian Johnson here over at Johnson Arms, bringing you a couple of the materials that I use on a regular basis that I thought you might find handy if you do your own props or aspire to modify your Nerf guns or something like that. The first thing that I use the most of is this Magic Sculpt. It is an equal part mix, so you take equal amounts of the hardener and the resin. This happens to be the black resin, but they also have white and they have gray. And those, when you mix them together real well and stick it somewhere, you leave it there for about 6 to 8 hours, come back and it is hard as a rock. It is sandable, it's paintable, and it's excellent for bonding pieces together that you otherwise would be trying to do with hot glue, which it may work for a bit, but you'll find that any kind of heat, put in a trunk or anything like that, the glue will actually heat back up and your nice blaster will then come apart. So this is not the cheapest stuff. It's about $40 for a total of 5 pounds, 2.5 and 2.5. They do make it in 1 pound size, but it is probably still about $20. And it's not cheap, but it is the best stuff you can buy for it. So I would advise that. Or you can buy the little tubes, which are insanely expensive for the amount that you get, but work with what you have. And they sell that in most of the automotive stores and also in the automotive department back in Walmart. So check that out. Now this is liquid epoxy, which is also quick set, meaning that it starts to kick. That is when the chemical reaction happens. It starts to get really hot, and that heat is what starts to solidify this stuff into almost a rock hard substance at that point. The way that you want to work this is that you take a cup and you mix half and half and then stir it really well together. Once you've done that for about a minute, at that point you want to start getting it where it needs to go. You can use it to bond parts together, stick on greebles, whatever you're trying to do with your prop, and then you leave it alone and try not to get it on your hands. If you can wear gloves, I would advise it, because otherwise you're going to end up with a real mess that's hard to get off your hands. The other thing is it does get really hot, so the cup that you had, if there's still any remaining resin in it, I would tell you to be very careful, because it gets hot enough that you don't want to be touching it. So this is not for kids. If you have your parents there to help you, that'd be great. This is really more for adults that have access to this stuff and know how to use it properly. All right? And the last is just an adhesive, which is like a super glue. This stuff in particular, it's made by Adhesive Systems. It's SI1000, and I've just found that it makes everything stick together real well. It's about $7 for a 1-ounce bottle. So again, it's not cheap stuff. Fortunately, you don't get to buy the cheap stuff if you're making these things, but you'll have something that'll last for a long time. So I hope this video will help you guys that are trying to get into this. I will be doing more videos, so please subscribe. And I appreciate you watching. Hope it was worth your time, and I will see you guys again soon.